question is, what are the bad side effects of vaping in your opinion? And you guys said lung cancer, popcorn lungs, black lungs. They could go to the hospital, get surgery, cancer or lung cancer, and it can mess up your heart. So that's all what you all said. Anything else in your opinion? Are we missing anything?
You won't be able to talk.
You won't be able to talk? Can you share more about that?
Because you need like air.
Okay. All right. Do you guys know what the word risk means? What does risk mean? Could be harmful. Okay. So I want to make sure before I ask the question that everybody understand what the word risk means. It could harm. So, we're doing, do you think, and then do you guys know what marijuana is?
A type of drug.
No. Anybody know what marijuana is? Have you guys heard the word pot?
Pot.
Or weed?
Yeah.
You know what weed is?
Like something that light up as you.
Yes, it could be something you light up and smoke weed. You can also like crush it up and you can eat
like
it.
Put it in food and eat it.
Yes, it can change the way it change exactly. It can make you high. It can change the way your body feels and reacts. So marijuana is the bigger term for pot or weed. It's the same word. It's the same word. Okay, so I'll use the word weed since you guys know that word better. All right, so do you think the risks with marijuana use in vaping are different for different age groups?
Oh, no.
Don't know? That's okay. Well, you know what? Let's start off with this question instead. How about, because there's vaping, nicotine, right? And then did you guys know that some adults or youth might vape marijuana or weed? They might put weed in the vapes. Okay? So what are the bad side effects of vaping weed in your opinion? Is it different than nicotine or the same? What do you think?
It's different.
How so?
Because nicotine, it deals with like type of lung damage, and marijuana, it deals with like you getting high and smoking it. Well, nicotine is like vaping.
Okay, so weed just makes you high. Okay. But it doesn't, in your opinion, it doesn't do anything to your lungs.
I don't know.
It is.
It does, because when it makes you high, it does something to your lungs.
And your lungs gonna get like messed up and stuff.
You think the lungs could get messed up?
It can be heated up.
Is there anything else, other bad side effects that might happen with vaping weed that you know about or don't know about? You might not know.
You cannot.
Go ahead.
You can make you more high and you can pass out.
Okay. It can mess your brain up.
I said that.
Yes. So, is there anything that you guys have heard, in your opinion, are there any bad side effects? And it doesn't have, maybe you didn't hear any bad side effects.
With weed?
Yeah. So it just, sometimes, just depends on what you think.
I don't think there's any side effects for weed.
Oh, wait, I heard that it can make you crazy and stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, weed can make you very hot and you can pass out for a few minutes.
Oh, okay. Is that what you mean by crazy?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? No?
It can make you a crackhead.
How can it do that? Do you think vaping weed is the harms are different for different ages?
Yes.
Okay, so yes,
Yes.
yes, 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 yes. Okay. All right. So you guys all think it's different. So tell me about that.
When you get like older, your lungs can like, your body organs can like get weaker, when you're like very young, your organs are not very strong to take the thing.
The smoking stuff.
So, is there like more or less harms when you're older or younger or both?
More.
Like
It's more harm when you're younger.
more harm when you're younger? How young?
Like
How young do you think?
Like my age. 13.
10 or below.
Okay. So you say 13 and you say 10 or below. Okay. And what about when adults vape weed?
It's
Is
still
there-
bad.
Is there different harms or the same harms,
The
less
same
harms?
Same.
Same harms as an adult as when you're a kid.
Yes.
But I thought you said that it's more harmful when it's younger. So which one is it?
To be honest, when you're young, it's just gonna get worse while you're older.
Oh, I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, because when you smoking when you're young, when you like it and stuff like that, you're probably gonna still smoking when you get grown adult. Then your lungs and your brain almost and stuff.
So you're saying like the longer, if you start when you're young and you keep using when you're an adult, it could give you more harm.
Yes.
Okay. This is an interesting. All right. So, what are the ways that? Do you guys know what the word influence means?
When you do something for other people.
Not really. Influence is kind of a tough word. So,
When they like, when some other people do it, it's like peer pressure. When they tell you do it, and you like feel like you gotta do it.
yeah, that can be influence. Absolutely. Influence is something that can change your mind.
Something somebody push your head up to do something.
Could be, or it could be like your mom or dad said, do your homework. Well, that might influence you to get your homework done because because maybe you respect your parents or, they reminded you to do something. So influence is just something, something that's going to do to help change your opinion or change your mind. Okay? So what do you think are some of the ways that might change your opinion or change your mind about the harms related to vaping? Like what changes your mind that if it's harmful or not harmful? What types of things?
When people do vape and like you want to fit in and do it too.
Okay.
I wanted to just do stupid stuff. I was acting out. I wanted to be a bad kid. I wanted to join a gang. I wanted to do drugs. All the cool stuff, right? How many people think drugs are cool? Drugs aren't cool. No. Okay. So. Huh? Oh, okay. So, as a result of that, I used to hang out with my cousins. I grew up an only child. That means I didn't have any brothers and sisters, right? So, hanging out with my cousin was the leader of a gang. So, my cousin and his gang used to hurt people, used to steal drugs. Some of them murder people. Some of our friends are doing 20, 30 years. Some of our friends are doing life in prison. Y'all know what life means? Mm-hmm. That means what? That means the rest of your life that you're going to be in prison. Yes, sir.
Your lifespan?
Right, exactly.
Prison.
Yes, ma'am.
So if they say life, like can somebody at least just pay for them to come out, or do they gotta stay and nobody can't pay for them to come out?
You know what? That's actually a really good question, but we'll revisit that because that's a really good question, right? So I noticed that hanging around my cousins, hanging around his friends, they're selling drugs. Hanging around my uncles, they were doing drugs, right? So there was two types of people I used to hang around. People that did drugs and people that sold drugs, right? Then I started realizing, hey, my uncles and their friends are going to jail and prison for using drugs. My cousin and his friends are going to jail and prison for selling drugs. So what does that mean? If you don't want to go to jail or prison,
They gotta stop doing drugs. They gotta stop.
exactly, you got to stop doing the bad things that put you in the prison, right? So I got smart. I said, well, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to go to jail. So guess what I didn't do? I didn't sell drugs. And guess what else I did? I didn't take drugs.
Right.
Because realizing that those two things can get you in one place. Where's that place?
Jail.
Jail and prison, right? And who wants to go to jail and prison? Right? You can't eat the good food. You can't watch cartoons. You can't color. You know, you gotta wake up early, be up all day. You don't get no Saturdays. Who like to watch cartoons on Saturdays? You don't get to do any of that. None of that. Oh, you know, these nice clothes y'all got to wear, y'all don't get to wear those clothes.
What?
It's like a blue shirt and a blue bottom. And sometimes it's too big, it's too small. So you look horrible.
Sometimes it's the orange suit.
It is the orange suit sometimes.
A
Yes, sir.
yellow.
You forgot one example of the prisons.
What's that?
Federal prison.
Federal prison. Federal prisons is bad too because if you do a crime in Florida, that federal prison might send you all the way to Oklahoma. So that means you don't have no family there, you don't have no support. So if your family want to come see you, they got to come to Oklahoma. 9 times out of 10, they can't afford to come to Oklahoma, right? So what you do, you just in that federal prison by yourself with all these other people. Y'all just look at each other because you just got time to do it. Right? Yes, ma'am.
Why you don't get another people's food because it can be drugs in it.
That's true. That's true. Yes, ma'am. Over.
Y'all know kids can go to jail.
Kids can go to jail.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Some persons put drugs in the Skittles.
That's true, right? So that just tells you not to do what? Take stuff from strangers if you don't know them, right? Yes, sir.
When kids be bad, the parents get tired of it and then they send it to them to military school.
Yeah, they send them to military school, but also you go to what we call is a kid prison. It's juvenile prison. Yeah.